football field worth of worrying, a large pinch of a sense of failure and a period of insomnia allow a mixture to simmer for most of a lifetime. I'm a primary school teacher. I work with grade 1 students. So they're 5 and 6 years old. I work in the western suburbs. I have 3 brothers. My parents are still together. I live at home with them. I really thrive on my friends and my family and needing those people around me all the time. That's a really important thing. My first panic attack, or that, I'd sort of say I just sort of continued as always, and feel that the panic attacks have built up over time and haven't sort of strictly made my life a turnaround. For some reason, you know, I heard sort of a sound outside. I think, you know, it must have been an owl, now that I think, but not that it really was, you know, the major point of what caused it. But I sort of started panicking that I wasn't going to make it till the next morning. So, yeah, so I started, what sort of happened was my heartbeat, you know, started racing, and I started to sort of stress out. My brain goes 25,000 kilometres an hour, and then I can't sort of keep up with it, so I start to sort of hyperventilate and stuff. Yeah, so that was probably my first one, and I had to go to wake up my mum.
Just recently she came up and she was in the middle of the night, and she was sort of dragging herself up the passage, and she really felt really upset. And I came back with her to the bedroom, and, you know, I just told her to breathe slowly, and but she was, you know, really upset, not like her at all.
See, I think the thing was that I never felt that I was different from what other people's fears were. I think that was the biggest issue. I guess what really makes the difference between my fears and someone who doesn't suffer from panic attacks, their fears, is probably that I can never let go of it. It never, you know, when the television is switched off, it doesn't escape from my mind. Like, it's constantly there. I never stop thinking about these things. Like, I never stop fearing that I'm going to die, or I never stop fearing that, you know, someone's going to come and attack me in some, you know, random terrorist attack or whatever. So I think it's hard to say, because I don't know other people's fears, and because I always felt like my fears were conducive to what other people are feeling as well. So I don't know, it's kind of tricky to pinpoint what it is that makes me have the panic attacks as opposed to someone else who just sort of has a fear of something. My principal at school was starting to get concerned, you know, saying, oh, maybe you should do something. But no one could have really said anything to me to sort of seek help until I had a panic attack one night. I sort of had tonsillitis around the same time. So when so I had a sore throat. So I'm feeling my throat, and I could feel a lump.
Which was sort of an imaginary thing, but that's part of it, apparently. You'd sort of feel like you've got a lump in your throat and you can't breathe. And so she'd spoken to the principal, and he tried to talk her through it and everything. And she apparently she was crying, and she came. I made the appointment. I couldn't make an appointment straight away because her doctor wasn't there. She couldn't go until the afternoon, so she sort of made it through, and then went later on, and there she was, and we've sort of gone on from there.
The medication is probably helping me to control the lesser part and the harder, moodier, more impatient, mean part. I'm pretty sure I won't be taking it for the rest of my life. It would scare me if I had to take it for the rest of my life, definitely. But I would take every action that I could to not take it every day, forever. To control the depression and the panic disorder, I do yoga regularly to make a conscious effort to relax and to really live in the moment. I've learnt how to deal with my feelings. I've learnt how to concentrate on certain things and sort of let go of a lot of things, which is sort of being in control. It's accepting that I cannot control everything, but it's more control for me to sort of make that judgment on my own. Because I won't be on the antidepressants for a long time. I'm going to just do the course of the year that the psych suggested, and then really try and do it by myself and yeah, get through it all by myself. I think the panic attacks were so frequent and so scary that I honestly didn't think that I would be here. You know, there was going to be something wrong with me by this stage, and I was going to be in hospital and all that kind of stuff, but I'm here, and I'm getting through it, and it's you know, the realisation that I can do it myself, and that it's just been a sort of illness that's been created in my mind, and not so much issues with my actual health and safety. I think the only sort of thing that I really need to say is that just sort of, you know, even though you might be embarrassed by some illness or, you know, a label, that it's worth, you know, following through and really looking after yourself, because that's what you need to do at the end of the day. Is